Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and I am so ridiculously grateful that you guys are here. Thank you for coming by. If you like my content, by the time you get to the end of the video, I would love it if you just hit the subscribe button, maybe even ring the bell so you get notified when I upload, which tends to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Figured you guys can just, hang out while you're making dinner, for instance. So today I have a couple new products that had been sitting on my filming table for a week because I've been traveling. So I got back, got some domestic chores done. Now I have a moment to myself, little peace and quiet. And I'm gonna film with this. I want to actually try this LA Girl eyeshadow palette called Sunkissed Glow. This is a larger palette from some of the other LA Girl palettes I have. Some of them are maybe a little bit more square, not quite as rectangular, or they're a little bit long and thinner. I picked up that. I also picked up their matte bronzer that launched at the same time, as well as a couple of the, I think these are eye sticks. Yeah, long wear shadow stick. So I picked up these two while I was shopping. I also picked up a couple travel sizes of some things I wanted, just some backups of, travel size stuff. So I picked up the Tarte Ultra Creamy 24-hour moisturizing hydration. Oh, this is the Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. And then I also picked up the Creaseless Concealer from Tarte. So I picked up those two. I picked up a different Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. And I also picked up a travel size of the All Nighter from Urban Decay. So I picked up those. I think they had a buy one, get one free on the travel sizes. I think that's the reason why I got so many. So I'm gonna try these. And I also picked up a couple Armani products at one of the cosmetic company stores. My son had a birthday recently and we did a little shopping. That's what he wanted to do for his birthday. So how have you guys been? Is everybody happy and healthy? And so this is kind of a cool bronzer because this is GBL 399 Sunset Glow, and it's like a two-tone. So you have a lighter one and a darker one. I'm gonna try the lighter one and just see what that looks like on my skin, and then I'll probably go in with the darker one too. Oh, that's really pretty. That's the lighter one. Holy smokes. Interesting. Wow, that was unexpectedly pigmented and beautiful. Okay, got a little bit of patchiness here. I do have some of the old ColourPop tinted moisturizer on my skin right now. I just kind of wanted a light makeup look anyway, and I figured the focus is going to be on this LA Girl palette. So I've had a really productive day. So happy. I needed a day where we didn't have a gig with my husband's band, and I wasn't traveling, and I wasn't trying to play catch up. I've had projects around the house that it's to the point where I've ignored projects because I know that they need to be done and I just keep walking past them. And we were able to get some things like the light bulbs in the stairwell, that super high, it's not really a chandelier, but it's a light fixture. That super high light fixture where you have to go get the ladder and come in, and my husband's afraid of heights and he wants me to hold while he climbs up there. Anyway, long story short is we have this light fixture, which I don't think is really great. I go through light bulbs like every 3 months. I have to replace light bulbs. So the last time I said, you know what, we're just gonna call an electrician and find out what's going on with the light fixture. We never called the electrician, and we've literally had a dark stairwell for 6 months. That's how long I will walk by an issue and ignore it because I know it needs to be done. So yeah, there's that. I have the stamp sponge because I was using it earlier. I just thought maybe I would take up a little bit of that bronzer because it was so pigmented, but I really like the way it looks on my skin. Now see, I think I took off too much. Anyway, so we got the light fixture done. We got, I got the carpets cleaned. I have 2 huskies, and in addition to the hair, I've got my female husky. She goes through these, I think she's got anxiety. Anyway, something mentally is wrong with her. I did take her to the vet. It's literally something mentally wrong with her. She's perfectly fine physically. It's just between her ears, as the vet says. Anyway, she has, when she wants to tell you something, she likes to urinate on the carpet, which is super gross. But anyway, got the carpets cleaned. That needed to happen. And then as we were putting things back in the living room, it became a good time to eliminate some of the things in the living room. So I'm super happy about that. I got caught up on quite a bit. Oh, see, I should have done the whole ASMR thing here and I'm babbling instead of doing this. See, this is irritating because the protective sleeve is what has the names on it. I don't really know what to do with it. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the lid. Maybe it'll stick on the lid. Okay, so I just added it to the lid. There's no mirror, so that works in my favor. Anyway, as I was saying, so we got the carpets cleaned, we got the stairwell light fixture done, the carpet vacuumed on the stairs, dusted the railing on the, it was gross. I can't believe I'm admitting that I live in as much filth as been in this house. So we were able to get that done. I'm almost caught up on my work stuff, which makes me super happy. I've got the next few weeks of filming has been arranged and figured out and all that kind of stuff, which is good. I have to do a little bit of editing on my husband's YouTube channel for his band, but I have the film. I just have to edit it, so I don't think that'll take me very long to get that dialed in and stuff. So I'm making progress on that. More importantly, we were able to get a bunch of stuff done in the yard. I have no excuse. It's crazy busy. Okay, you guys, this is the LA Girl Sunkissed Glow palette. This is what the palette looks like. Take a look at that. Is it gonna focus here? Let's focus. Okay, I think you guys can see the shades a little bit better there. I'm gonna peek over to the side so I can talk to you guys. But we've got some gorgeous darker shades. We've got some fun lighter sort of melony peachy colors here. We've got a number of shimmers in here. We're looking at a 20 pan palette, and 9 of the shades look like they're very foiled metallic-y kind, and then you have this one that looks like a satin shade. The rest are all mattes. I love a heavy matte palette. That's kind of my jam anyway. I figured we would do maybe a look with this. I really want to do 3 looks with this palette, but this is going to be a long enough video because I'm talking about the rest of the things in the collection. So leave me a comment down below. Tell me if you want me to come back and show you 3 looks with this palette. I'm going to scoot in a little bit here so hopefully it's not too dark. And I think what I want to do is we're going to try a number of these shades, but I want to try this matte right here on the end of second to the bottom row. It's called Dreamer. I did not put any eyelid primer on, and if I do look a little dark around my eyes, it's because I put it a little bit before we ran and did some errands, and then we worked in the yard, and then I showered, so it's the dregs of that. If you guys are not aware, I'm still going back in that same shade. If you guys are not aware, I am not a professional YouTuber. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I don't claim to be, but I'm a lady of a certain age. I've been playing with makeup for a very, very, very long time. In fact, I remember being in like 3rd grade, and one of the gals in my class, her name was Michelle, she had said, "There's no way my mother would let me wear the kind of makeup you wear in 3rd grade." My mom was an Avon lady back in the day. I used to love the little lipstick samples that look like kid makeup. And at the time I was a little kid, so that kind of makes sense, but there's still like one Avon product. It's like my absolute favorite of all time, and I tried to find it recently and couldn't. So I need to see if I think my mom still has her Avon account. I need to see if she actually has some stocked up. I think it might have been discontinued, but it's like this shine glass hair stuff. By far my favorite. Okay, that is a super subtle transition shade for me. Barely shows up on my eyes. It's kind of what I expected. I just wanted a gradient look anyway, so that kind of makes sense. I think what I want to do is take maybe this sandy tan color down here. That one's going to be called Ombre, and I'm going to take it into my crease and just see if I can't deepen up and ombre this look. One of the things that I absolutely adore about LA Girl is the quality of their mattes is usually phenomenal. I usually don't have any issues with it. I've got a little bit of kick up here, but I'm kind of stabbing the pan, and I feel like their quality for their price point is really, really solid. And I think that the color stories that they choose for their palette really, really nice. And I love this sort of, it says LA Girl, and so the adventure begins. I guess, you know, this is kind of a late summer release. It's not the beginning of summer, but that's about the time you would do, you know, bronzier kind of colors anyway, right? Okay, so, I'm gonna actually just sort of deepen this up even further. So I'm gonna go into the next shade over, and that one is called Explorer. And I'm taking it a little bit further down, and we're just kind of buffing that in the top of my eye socket. This one's a little warmer than the tan, that sandy color in Ombre. So right now I've got Dreamer, Ombre, and Explorer. And if you guessed I was gonna go even deeper, I am. I'm gonna take Comet, which is this kind of reddish brown right here, and we're gonna go a little further down. Now, sometimes I don't do super dark shades right on the top of my lid, like right above my lash line, because frankly, I have close set hooded eyes, and I don't necessarily need to make them look smaller or draw attention to that. I kind of like the optical illusion of something a little brighter, but I'm taking all of these matte shades and I'm just sort of gradiating them down a little bit. And we're going to see how it looks, because I love a smoky eye look. So far, I've just used matte. They're blending together beautifully, except for eye water. And I've literally used the same brush the whole time. and they're blending together very, very well. Okay, we're gonna go a little deeper. I've got two darker browns. One's called Moonchild and one's called Limitless. They both look like they're pretty cool toned. I think I wanna do this one. This is the one that's called Moonchild. So again, it's still the same brush, and this one's gonna go right above that lash line. I should be probably using a smaller brush and all. And I'm not using a rougher brush. They're in the bathroom drying next to the sink. They're actually well dried by now. There's no reason for it to still be in there. I was gonna grab them and then I just kept them dry for like a week. My next work trip is not going to be to Phoenix. My last several have been to Phoenix. I didn't do any travel vlogging while I was down there. It felt like most of the area that I was traveling to was just kind of sprawl. I did go up to Flagstaff, from Phoenix to Flagstaff, and that was beautiful. I'm gonna dust off this brush here. I'm gonna go kind of backwards a little bit. I'm picking up a little bit more of Comet right above here, and then I'm gonna go into Explore a little higher here, and then I'm gonna go into Ombre a little bit more. I just felt like I needed to bring it up a little bit to receive that hood a little bit more. I know that's a lot of darker shade. And then the last color, Dreamer, actually take it a little bit higher than what I had before. Anyway, those are all mattes that I've just simply gradiated down to my lid. Okay, so anyway, I drove from Phoenix to Flagstaff, which is a pretty lengthy hike, and I took a couple pictures during the travels, because you really do see a wide variety of terrain from cities, and then you get out into kind of more deserty area, and there's, you know, a few palm trees and cactuses, and then you get up into the mountains and it is gorgeous wooded mountainous area. It's stunning. Okay, those are all mattes. I want to take another, like a clean brush, and go into, I think I want to take Drip, which is this kind of orangey, salmony, apricot-y color right here in the middle. And I'm going to take that underneath my lower lash line. I could have done a little bit more cleanup, I think, concealer, but since I'm taking that pretty deep, I'm not about it right now. Anyway, so point is, I didn't do any vlogging while I was traveling. It felt like the urban sprawl wasn't, you know, super interesting. My next work trip, I'm actually going to the Denver area. And I think I've got a couple days where it's a pretty good drive time. So that might be good days to set up my camera on my dashboard and just let it film while I'm driving, and maybe talk to you guys a little bit. Kind of like maybe what I did with my Montana trip, if you guys are at all interested in that. If not, you'll see it in the subject line and you can skip it. Okay, so there's all of my, you know, dirty kind of ombre smoky eye. I do have a super light color. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this light, oh wait, this one right here. This is the lightest shade in the palette. It's very much a creamy kind of milky shade called Macrame. And I'm gonna put Macrame right there. All mattes, you guys. Not doing anything that's not matte at this point. Maybe I won't. This feels very 90s supermodel eyeshadow. I kind of like it, actually. I haven't done a super dark smoky eye like this in a while. And I'm gonna take this kind of a little bit more of a pencil tipped brush, and I'm gonna go into the darkest shade in this palette, which is like a black. And I'm just gonna give my eyelashes just a little bit more depth out here on the outer corner, kind of a V shape. Keep that rich, grungy, smoky eye look going. So yeah, I still do the social media and stuff and the website for my husband's band, and the comments, you guys, that I've been getting from the music community and from people who actually know marketing and stuff has been super positive and encouraging about the content that I've been posting up there. So that's exciting. And I've still been posting for you guys too. So I have a lot of projects I still have left to work on, but you know, I'm trying to set them up and knock them down. Okay, that's actually really pretty. I think I'm gonna stop there. I was gonna see if I wanted to put any sparkly bits, because these shimmers are really, really lovely. I think there's so many of these creamy, beautiful, bronzy colors in here that, depending on if you want, oh, it's like almost like a duochrome. That's such a lovely, lovely shade. But I think there's so many of these in here that if you wanted to do a gold and a matte, you've got lots of opportunity. I'm gonna take there too. Wow, some beautiful like coppery, bronzy colors. There's still so many of them. These two are like a little bit more on the taupey side. I love that. I love this for a palette, especially if you're into the neutrals, because I think this gives you kind of a variety of formulas to try, and it gives you an opportunity to, I don't know, play. Okay, so I got two of these shadow sticks, these longwear shadow sticks. This is the darker one, which is a beautiful bronze shade. This one's called Suede Print. Okay, and then the second one is called Summer Heat. That feels like it's more coppery than bronzy. So one of them's a little bit more of a cooler tone. That's gonna be Suede Prints, right? Suede Prints? Yeah, Prints, P-R-I-N-C-E, not P-R-I-N-T-S. And then this coppery gold color, that's beautiful. I'm gonna put a little of that in on my waterline. And the fact that it's a long wear cream formula and it's not too fine tipped. Okay, brows are darkened up. And I brought in, where did I put them? Brought in a couple mascaras that I picked up one of those kits that's, you know, here's 5 mascaras and then you get a coupon for a full size one. So this is one of those from that set that has just been sitting next to my other filming table, not filming table, maybe makeup table. This is the Rare Beauty. And I have gone through an entire one of these and actually really liked it. This is by far the best thing. Wow, I really love the way my eyeshadow. I've got some other things to film, but now I'm like a little sad. Sad that I'm gonna have to take all this off. Okay, this is super pretty. I love it. For fun, I bought this kit of Armani Lip Products. One of them is super red and one of them is super pink. So here's not super pink, but kind of a lighter nude color. So I'm gonna actually use this kit to contour and all that kind of stuff. Now, most of the time, if I were gonna do a dark smoky eye like this, kind of a little bit of a Kim Kardashian sort of, I would do a real nude lip. I don't necessarily want to compete too much with the dark red and the dark lips and the dark eyes, but I think right now there's something kind of fun about that. Okay, you guys, the red is on. That's really, really bold for me. I normally don't do a bright, bold red lip for a variety of reasons. But if I were, I make sure it's not my teeth. If I were gonna do a red lip, that actually might be one that I would do. I don't know that I would pair it with the super dark smoky eye though. So I'm gonna take off a little bit right from the middle, and it's just kind of blotted a little bit in the center, and I'm gonna take the lighter pink, and I feel like that tones that red down just a little bit. All right, you guys, and hopefully I don't have too much transfer around. Okay, you guys, that's my makeup look that I used with the Longwear eyeshadow sticks. The matte bronzer I loved. I didn't actually put any more on. I didn't even use the darker one. I just used the lighter one. And a smoky ombre, very 90s supermodel look. You're gonna have to tell me what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me, did this collection from LA Gear inspire you? I think I've seen a number of people do videos on it. I get nothing in PR, so I didn't get it early, and then I travel because I actually have a job that pays the bills. So I had to go do that. So it's been here for a little bit, but I was super excited. It's the first thing I'm sitting down to film with since I've got back. Wow. So I'm using a little micellar water trying to get the transfer, or trying to get the swatches off. And it took a little bit of work to get that eyeshadow budge off of there. So that's exciting. Anyway, tell me what you guys think of the LA Girl line. Everything that I've tried so far, at least as far as like eyeshadow wise, and now with this bronzer, I've fallen in love with. Highly recommend. Would put it up against any of the higher brand stuff, in my opinion. The fact that it's budget friendly just makes me super thrilled. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna leave you guys right now, and I'm gonna say I wish you nothing but love and happiness, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.